in the shop didn't even know if the body was there.
Oh. So on the grader, are we still under warranty? So that's why we have zero. So-
No,
I
that's
wouldn't
the
think
old
so.
grader, that's gonna be
The first
gone.
one is the old grader, and that's, just throw that one away.
Yeah,
Okay.
we had to leave it, yeah, we had to leave it on there because
Well,
we had
I
expenses the
figured
year
that
before.
was,
No.
okay, sorry about that.
I'll get rid of that one.
Okay. Miles and Sanders
We didn't spend, it looks like we didn't spend a lot of money, but there's a bill that we were waiting for, Fred got,
Well, I've got the bill well priced.
yeah, it was like $5,000 that we haven't got the bill from Fairfield
You know,
yet.
blades and shoes,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was almost 5,000.
Yeah,
47, I believe.
Yeah.
So that'll bring that up around 8.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, you have an extra chain for your bed chains, you have extra?
No, we don't.
We should have one now on hand.
So you gotta go like the
They vary
Fairfield.
so much.
They do?
And Fairfield's got pretty wide, so
Okay.
it's
You
not
go
hard to
big
get.
shop down at Fairfield.
Okay.
They just, every truck seems to be different.
Really? I would've thought they'd been close to being the same. That's why I,
Well, we got 3 different bodies, so,
yeah.
you know, that's 3 different chains.
They
Yeah.
generally get
Anything
them.
else under that? I mean, are we happy? I would want to bring up other equipment and depreciation and how we bill out our equipment. Are we comfortable with those?
What the hell was it?
Yeah,
Oh,
what's that?
my phone, I'm sorry. It's
Oh.
NevTech.
All right. And what was that again?
other depreciation, that's what, that's your pink slips.
Whenever we use the equipment, we bill it.
Yeah.
And our rates, do you feel that they're,
You think they're good, or should they come up a little?
What are we paying a 10-wheeler when we hire one?
110, they gone up,
110 now?
Really?
they're gone up. What do we get?
And we know what?
I was thinking it was 85.
Well, some are, they all vary, you know, but when you got them, you get the bill, you gotta pay.
I just don't want
They're
to
hard to get sometimes, so
Right.
you pay the price.
get into a situation where we really should up it a huge amount and then see a big difference, you know?
Yeah, I agree with you, you want a little bit of
We do
Yeah.
incremental.
Well,
It makes it easier.
Like $5 to a whack, and
Or I was gonna say 10, if we up it, you know, if we're doing 75 now, do it 85, and then next year we can do again, the same thing. you know?
Could we just do 10% on everything across the board?
Probably be easier if you did like a dollar amount, cause now like the pickup's $30, you guys' trucks is 40, the 10-wheelers are 75. So if you do 10%, it'll be like $44.
So you-
Raise everything $5 or $10.
you pay like the pickup per hour instead of by mile?
Yeah, every hour that the trucks work, Fred gives, that's what you guys get every month.
Yep,
Fred gives
yep,
that,
yep.
it's by the hour. For even like the loader,
Yeah.
all of that.
I know like the price of the grader, that should be up there, you know, pretty good, because I know the state was up. When I got done, they were up over $100 an hour for the grader.
And the grader, I think, is 100, right, Fred? Pretty sure?
Yes, it is,
Yeah.
I think, like Rick said, either $5 or $10 more each one.
Okay.
And that way this year, and then it'll give us an idea, and that way it ain't a big increase, but it's an increase.
Because sometimes we steal from one to fix the
Right.
other, so that way you will have a little bit more
Yeah.
to do on any of them, really.
But that's, what they're talking about is the money that goes in the
Right,
equipment fund,
right,
yeah.
right.
So.
And the way the prices are of things, and, you
Yeah,
know.
trying to buy a truck
Yeah.
and grader and you're spending $250,000.
I think right now, we're gonna be in fairly good shape with, we got, our biggest equipment is gonna be pretty much all new.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then we wanna get on that trade
Rotation,
cycle
yeah.
and stuff, and start changing out some of our smaller equipment.
Okay, you're all set with that?
So how, no, you didn't tell us a dollar amount?
How much?
I said $10, I mean, that's not,
What do you guys think?
not much
That a
considering
lot,
what we
or-
pay out.
Yeah, 85 I thought was the number that we.
It is sometimes, but some days they're higher, they
Yeah.
fluctuate back and forth.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay, so buy $10 per piece of equipment?
yeah,
Like Rusty had one price on one truck and one price on another truck. 'Cause
Yeah.
one hauled a little bit more than the other, one with a triaxle and one with a.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's if the budget passes, right?
yeah,
Correct.
and we can look at it again next year if,
yeah, we can always make it go down next year if we need to.
So we won't start that, Fred, till after, we'll keep it the same till after March. So what do you wanna up, what do you think you'll up that to? Probably 80, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, it's probably gonna.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I will. Cause we're paying it, we gotta repair our truck, so it's well worth it. Because our repair bill's not like theirs, we hire them for more money per hour, but they repair the truck.
Yeah.
So it's,
Okay, under contracted services,
We left all of those pretty much the
yeah, I
same.
don't see any issues there.
You guys happy with everything there?
it's just, we had plenty of money. It's just what we pay, you know, and sometimes we rob from Peter, pay Paul, we get it.
Yeah.
Going into materials and supplies,
Oh, Fred, I did call Eric Pope at the state garage.
Yeah, I know, you got a sign already.
No, yeah, he said we're not eligible for 2-for-1 this year.
We're not.
He said it goes every 3 years.
We've been there.
No,
No,
No, next year will be year number 3.
it's the Lake Road.
yeah, last year, right?
No, the year
No.
before.
Year before, okay.
Last year we didn't get any
I
state
thought it was
aid.
last summer we did that.
No, it wasn't
We
last.
did.
We
the
did
shim
some
on
of
Lake
it. We
Road.
did from Leadville to the.
Oh,
railroad.
okay, okay,
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking of.
but that didn't qualify, did it?
We didn't have any for that.
We didn't have no money for that.
Oh,
No,
We paid for that.
The last
Yeah.
time we got it was on Van Hill then?
Yep.
yeah,
This
he-
side,
Yeah, when we ground and,
Oh, that's right, yeah, and that was, 2 years ago.
But what? I thought it was longer than that.
and I think we got that out of turn too,
Don't
didn't we?
make no sense.
probably.
That's the one
I
he
can
came
look it
to
up.
the
Yeah, we
meeting.
got that one out of turn.
Yes.
It was somewhere else we got it for.
He said we had extra, they had extra, and if we
We
would
haven't
jump on
done,
it.
we haven't done the City Farm Road for a while,
No, and that could use it,
and we haven't
The
done
crossroad.
Crossroad.
that could
We
use
just did
it.
the culverts.
Well, the crossroads, we've been waiting on that for what, 3-4 years?
Yeah.
I think maybe we are up for it.
I
Yeah,
thought we were,
yeah.
I really
Yeah.
We
did.
may be up for it,
Couldn't count
now
on
that
it.
you're saying this,
Yeah.
because, Chris, that was like 5 years ago, well, no. Longer than that, cause Keizer was here. Cause
So,
Keizer, for Van Sale, cause Keizer called me and said, we got money
You know, maybe on this side, but not the other side.
on this side.
Where did Gray's paving pave in 2007?
And we did the other side of Van Sill before we
The
did
street.
this side.
Yes,
Van Hill 2017 is the last time we got state aid.
17,
So this year we're
2
not.
years ago.
Yep.
So next year,
Next year we are, cause it's every 3. After 3.
Great. All right, so, you're happy with the culvert money?
Yeah,
you went up a little bit.
we're gonna, supposed to get a grant, but that was done by Chris Hammond down there. So I don't know if we have to have some money to kick in there. We gotta have 10% if we get that grant. I swear that Shane told me we had that grant.
So where are we now?
Culvert.
Okay.
Pipe.
Put in a bigger tube or whatever the state says we gotta do. But Shane changed jobs, so I don't know.
Oh, Shane's not doing it anymore?
You know,
No.
doing the berry. I understand, I just hearsay what I heard.
So, Mike, this lady that went around doing the hydraulic study, and is this figure on the culvert pipe gonna be enough to satisfy some of the jobs that we need to do on a
Yeah,
yearly?
she didn't identify much for anything wrong with the culverts we looked at, for the
Okay.
most part. The culverts, it's all headers and most of that, some of it was our culverts, but a lot of it was just private driveway culverts. You know, the headers on them. You need stone or a header for something, because everything washes if you don't seed it.
Well, I agree when asking that, if we need more money, even for buying those blocks for headers, if we need them for, that's all culvert money, really.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
so if we need to buy some of those blocks for our own culverts,
Yeah.
I don't know, what do them cost? I should know, cause I know Andrew's got some.
Like So they just bought 9 of them, or 12 of them down on Blue Road there when Halloween was up there. I really don't know.
Yeah.
What is that?
Well, I
Headers,
don't get
that
a bill.
cement
Yeah,
There's
block?
those big cement blocks.
Yeah, that,
And they use them, you know, like
Yeah.
a deed to come in.
But I don't get a bill. I usually go get them and then they send a bill here, so I don't know.
Okay.
I can look.
I don't know if we should add, if you think we've got any of that to do, if we should add more, or what culvert work you've got, if we
There's
got
gonna be a-
enough
There's
there.
gonna be a few.
There will be some, and there'll be ledging, a lot of
There's a lot of
Yeah.
your,
ledge.
And that's all culvert work. That's all, you know,
a lot of your culverts at the end washed out in a big storm on all our ends. So,
And
you
even
know,
though we
I-
get grant money for it, you still
We
gotta
picked
have
up a little
it.
bit, but then it snowed, you know, and we can get back to it. It just,
You comfortable with that figure?
All, now that you tell me everything else comes out of that culvert. No.
well,
I didn't realize,
Yeah.
culvert to me,
Yeah.
I didn't know.
it's just culvert. I
Yeah.
know, that's, but it
But if
isn't.
you're charging the cement blocks and,
Unless we make another line item and put in for ledge or put in for blocks, you
That
know,
doesn't-
you can do it that way too.
You could put
but-
it, you could put that money under purchases material.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's sometimes I thought that's what we did, anyway.
Yeah, we could up that. That could be like, you, the culvert pipe could just be like Mike thinks, just the culvert.
Yeah.
So why
Yeah.
don't
That's
we
up to
leave-
these guys, it's their
Yeah.
budget,
Yeah.
it's just an
Yeah.
and
idea.
that, I mean, it's easier accounting, it's just
Is-
under culvert then.
culvert, to me, it just says culverts, and
Yeah.
then we got,
Okay, we'll leave that at 10,000 then, if you think that's, and then under the purchase materials, let's up that to, what, 5?
yeah, anyways.
More?
I don't know the prices of stuff, so it's,
Well, it's gonna take more ledge than it block.
yeah.
And ledge, I don't know what the percent is.
Have we bought
I-
some ledge?
Yeah,
I'd say put it up to 8,
Okay.
Okay?
and a start.
there's a lot of these culverts, they can be fixed with ledge, so that way they won't wash again if you don't get that.
Because I was thinking that, you know, if we were gonna put it up there, put it to 15 or 18 to
Yeah.
give you that extra cushion.
Your cold patch and paving, you wanna keep that where it is?
Well, it depends, you're gonna do it paving this year?
Have you got a lot?
No, we're not talking about a shape.
Well, you just mentioned it, we got the crossroad and we got City Farm Road that
Yeah.
need it, and
Oh,
they're both
And
state aid.
both, yeah, we'd like
Been
to
waiting
get
for
state
the more
aid.
money on them,
Yeah,
man.
if they can make it another year, it would be good.
Then we could put them both in there at
Yeah.
once and get them.
Yeah, I'm sure, but they ain't, like, they're horrible.
Okay,
They're really not, you know, they're a little rough, but.
we'll leave that number then.
the city farm, the crossroad there, that one's getting,
What
the,
does every year?
yeah,
Yeah.
culverts have come up,
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you have any, can you spend that 125?
Can always spend it, but it's gonna
Yeah.
be on one of them roads, you know?
Yeah. I would leave at least that amount in there. I mean, hey, we may hit another spot where you wanna do an approach or something like we did
Well,
down here.
And like
you
last
know,
year, we did that drain in the road there, we weren't expecting to do that, you
No.
know. it's,
So,
Okay?
I think I'd leave at least that much.
Mm-hmm. We'll leave it.
Then everything else, Fred did add under drilling and blasting, we added 10,000 to that. And Fred can explain that.
The gravel, crushing, I see that's up. Is that gonna
Yeah.
be enough?
No, I don't think so, not if we're gonna try to do what have been doing, you know, the price went up, right? So, we've been trying to do 10,000 yards, and if the price is over $4,
That was, 10,000 yards was 42,508,
Well, they went over a little bit, you know,
but
But-
still, that's,
Yeah.
so it'd be 40.
yeah. Yeah, they went
because
over.
35, even at the old price of 375, weren't enough to do 10,000 yards.
So you wanna up that to 40 then?
I think 40 or 45. I mean, crushed gravel is
It's
more and more.
$15 there.
Yeah,
And if we go buy it, it's a lot more than that.
yeah.
But what do you guys think?
Uh,
That's adding 10,000 to
Yeah,
it.
probably
Gonna
should,
help.
probably should do that if it, I
What do
mean,
The
you
price
think?
ain't gonna go down. It's
either
only-
that or you gotta rob from somebody else, you
But
know.
they do that every year, they go up a little bit every year, they go up.
Yeah,
Put 45 in.
and they're still cheaper than Culkin's.
Oh, you can't get Calkin to do it anyway, you know.
So that takes us through the materials and supplies.
Drilling and blasting, we added 10,000.
Right, and that's
And
fine.
that's where on Clark Mountain, when you first go in there, we got a culvert too short. And almost could run over it every time you go in with a car or pickup, you know, but, if they blast that corner out of there, then we can extend that culvert, keep the road wider right there. The rest of it's all gonna be narrow, but that's right on the corner. It seems to wash every year.
Okay. Well, if you've identified it, and it's fine. Town garage,
That went down actually because we,
road signs.
the road signs, yeah.
Mhm.
And then,
Electricity and heat, you were at 63 actual.
Electricity and heat.
Electricity and
Oh.
heat, it's 1,300 more than what we're budgeting.
well, this year was
Actual.
we talked about that. Remember last year we got a lot of rain, that's why we didn't use as much culvert. It was not as a sunny of a summer, less sun, more rain. I don't know. Depends on what the solar panels produce, you know? And they weren't producing, we had
Oh, I see what
problems
you
with
mean,
it.
no, I didn't understand that.
Yeah, that's what we were talking, because the solar panels pay for that, the private.
So you're happy with the 5 in there, okay. I don't have a problem with that. We well set on that?
Sure, yeah.
Moving on to other expenses.
Yeah, that one was down because of the storage building this year, if I put a garage door on that. that's
What
why.
about uniforms? We're 74.22 and you budgeted 73.
Yeah, why did we only?
Did that go up?
Yeah,
It must have went up, so, but we're
Yeah,
under
'cause we-
budget in what it cost us last year. I mean, that,
yeah, because we got 3 full-time guys now, and, okay, so maybe you should put that to,
Well, I didn't read that yesterday either.
yeah, so we'll put that to 74.50.
It's
Okay.
cutting it pretty close.
I'd go 75.
You would?
It's, well, you're only leaving yourself, what,
You're not leaving
8,
a lot
10
of
bucks?
money, so.
Okay, okay, 75 it is. And then the other expenses, like I said, that's why the storage building's down.
Mm-hmm.
That's it for roads. Unless the guys have something else they want to talk about.
The highway permit, that's staying the same, you know?
Never fully
Did
had a
you,
grasp
did
on
you
it.
send that money?
No.
I see it.
We never got a bill.
Yeah, that was always kind of batted back and forth from what I could tell, because Sarah says we're doing what we're supposed to do, but, you know.
Yeah, but they could, pretty adamant that we were gonna have to pay that.
Yeah.
Cause I was kinda PO'd about that night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll fine us for not getting a permit to plow our own roads?
No, they probably give us a warning.
I guess we don't get a bill, we don't
I
have to
thought
worry
that we,
about
I
it.
assumed that they would send us something saying, okay, you gotta pay and where
Yeah.
we could send a check and stuff like that, and we've never gotten one.
Yeah.
I've never seen
I
one.
think that's
I
the way
guess
we
don't
left
worry about
it.
it.
If they
Yeah.
bill us, they bill us. If they
Yeah.
don't, they don't.
Have we ever got any paperwork on it?
No?
Nope.
Nothing.
Not that I've seen.
No, we were
No, I've never seen
No.
nothing here.
Well, we should be meeting with Eric Pope if it ain't Shane anymore, right?
Yeah, yeah, he did
Shortly.
say this morning after town meeting. Yeah, so we could ask him about that.
That's who took over Shane's job, Eric Pope,
Yeah, and that's when I
Well,
called.
no, it's in,
interim.
there's,
They worked together previously anyways, right?
I don't know, I was told there's, I don't know,
They say he's pretty
quite a
good.
few people that put in, and there's 2 ladies that put in, and the state has a thing right now, if lady puts in, they'll probably end up with it. So, that's what I'm hearing from the grapevine out there. So
But he had said to, when I called him this morning, he said that when he comes in March, he'll let us know if we're on. He'll know by then if we're on state aid for next year, so we can ask him about that too.
Okay?
Yeah,
I mean, it was a big to-do, but,
I know.
yeah.
all right. I'm not gonna pay it if I don't have to, so.
Are you guys happy with everything there, or?
Sounds good.
We'll have one more final meeting, we'll have at least one more budget
Mhm.
meeting before you sign the
Yeah.
warning.
Mm-hmm. everything else comes up.
Yeah, should be pretty good. Thanks.
Good.
Did a lot of Sarah's stuff, just doing what we normally do. Ain't a whole lot of extra, besides the culvert headers.
Yeah, we got quite a few of them. The Halloween one.
Okay. And
Sounds good.
trucks we do have are going okay?
Don't,
We don't
Yes.
talk about it.
as a friend of mine said, don't ask me that, you're jinxing me.
Every time I get in, the light don't come on, and it feels good.
Yeah,
Great.
now you're going to go and jinx me, and I'll have a problem.
Yep.
Ask the question.
All right, thanks guys for coming
Thank you,
in.
guys.
Back to plowing.
Well, I think,
Wait this afternoon.
So
Get a
we'll,
little warm.
we'll
Wait
back
till
up,
Saturday, it'll wash away.
we'll back up to the beginning.
okay. All of
Started,
those stayed exactly the same.
well, I just wanted to bring up, because there's a select board salaries.
Okay.
I mean, fine with me.
Yeah. Take it away if they want it, I don't care.
Yeah.
Don't do it for the money.
It's your call,
Leave it as it is.
Why not?
okay?
Why not? Other people have done it in the area, given more money to the selectmen. There's no reason they shouldn't make pay. I think it jeopardizes new people from coming in. If they know they're not gonna make any money, you know, what incentive do they have in this day and age in a relatively poor area? I mean, you spend money like water on with Aldrich Elliott, thousands of dollars.
Let's move on. I'm not gonna go
Let's
into
get-
that
yeah.
today. We're at a budget meeting, Barry. We need to get this
Wait a minute,
going.
this is an open meeting, I have the right to speak. You're gonna deny it, I'll file a complaint.
I'm not denying it. I
You
just
are
would like to
denying
get
it, you
through
are
this.
denying it.
It's an open
Why
meeting,
do-
but it's for budget.
So
We're here
what?
for budget.
It doesn't make a difference. Open means people can discuss. Do you wanna challenge it? Cause I will. I'm not tired of being shut up, and I don't wanna argue.
The select board has decided to keep it the same,
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
okay?
No, the whole issue is, my right to speak at an open meeting was being violated. He tells me, it's a budget meeting. Is this your company? This is as much
Don't
my-
talk to me like I'm a third grader.
That's what you're talking
Yeah?
to me like, yeah.
Let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on. Get tough, real tough guy,
Select
as usual.
board secretary,
You're gonna wait out back for me and cross your arms and intimidate me as I go out the door?
Stop it, come on.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
well, come on. This is an open meeting.
Anyways, we can leave those all the same for now.
Yeah, they're good.
Yep.
zoning, planning,
Zoning and planning, yeah, that stayed the same. They're gonna have a couple more meetings, but that should cover it. They're in the process of getting their town plan done.
okay?
They've got one more meeting the end of the month, and then they're gonna present it to you guys.
The constables,
I don't know why we put $100 in there.
We don't ask them to do anything, do we?
No.
No,
No, and most towns don't these days.
no, because they're not.
I didn't know if it was for.
Well, I think we
bullets.
I think we discussed that and we needed to leave some in there. So that's why,
Okay,
I believe at one point
That's
we
fine.
talked about that.
that's. Health officer, they're fine at
Yeah,
500, okay. So we're fine there.
yep. And then, so the benefits. stay pretty
Benefits
much the same.
follow that.
Yep.
Town meeting and elections, ballot clerk conference, if we have a presidential election coming up, is that gonna be enough?
I have no idea. I'm hoping by the next budget meeting, see, we have to be a tabulator town now.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to do that, you don't have to use it for the primary, but you're mandated by the state to use it for the general election. I have no idea how much, you have to program that machine every single election.
You have to have somebody come and do it?
Nope, they'll send you a disc, or it's actually a thumb drive that you put into the
You
machine.
don't know how much it is?
Have no idea. He's gonna get us a quote, he hasn't gotten it to me yet. He's gonna give me a quote for the primary, which the primary is gonna be wicked expensive because there's so many people on the ballot. But he's gonna give me a quote, and hopefully by the time we meet again to finalize it, he'll have.
So you're not gonna use it on the primary?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Depending on the price, kinda like to use it, cause the primary's low turnout, it would be good practice.
Yeah,
Because there's quite a lot to it, but he says that we've had 2 trainings so far on that, and he said most towns don't use it for the primary, just because it's cost prohibitive, it's wicked expensive. So, but I'll firm that up, I just wanted you guys to know that that is gonna be an additional cost.
so you may know before our next meeting anyway, and we could
Yeah,
raise it if we need to.
yeah, it won't go down, I don't think.
No, I doubt it.
No, and I can
Never
call.
does.
I actually can call Troy, because I know they are about the same size as us. So, I gotta answer the phone.
They've been using theirs?
Yeah.
Town reports, I have to ask her about that.
Well, it looks like last year, I don't know, it should be enough in there.
Yeah, we spent 1,900 and we got budget in 24.
Where's that?
We're just talking about town reports.
Yeah, we had cut those down too last year because we had a bunch left over.
And then the elections, here's the new, for 2,500, that is where you had just talked to us about that machine. And-
Yes.
Right,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, we're gonna have a couple more trainings too before we actually go live with that.
The listers,
Their budget is up this year because of the computer. Computer expenses are gonna be up. Nemrick, our software people, have gone up tremendously in they haven't raised their not maintenance, but what do you call it, support for years and years, and they're upping every single town by huge amounts. But they,
the state's
bunch
gotta
of-
have what the state's gotta have.
yeah, and it's not the state, it's Nemrick is an independent, it's New
Oh.
England Municipal Resources. It's who most of the towns have their software with. There's one town that I've talked to that switched to QuickBooks. I don't recommend that because QuickBooks is not, you can easily manipulate that. Nemrick, they back up off-site every single night. They do a bunch of stuff
Okay.
for my computer and the lister's computer. So it's kind of an extra set of backups that we have.
Mm-hmm,
So that's why theirs is up.
okay.
And mine's gonna be up the same amount too.
Nemrick, N-E-M,
MRC.
thanks.
Mhm,
Down to operating expenses.
mhm. Office supplies, I put it up to 5,000. The reason that we went up this year is because we got some new recording books.
Okay,
They seem to, every other year we have to get those, and they're wicked expensive.
postage is fine,
Mhm.
telephone is fine, copier expense. That's still under a
Yeah.
contract?
Yep.
Okay. Computer expense,
That's why that's so high. The computer expense went up to $6,300 for that reason.
okay.
That, and we have to buy a new printer. Our printer's dying a slow death.
That seems to be a,
Ongoing thing about every 5 years.
Yeah.
yeah,
Ours is last.
But I remember at State Garage, same thing. It seemed though it was a constant.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I've got one that the computer guy came to look, and we have to update the memory in my computer too, which we did last year. But he's got one picked out that I can actually scan with, but that does a lot of copying.
okay.
Do we own the copy or do we rent or lease?
The copier, we own it.
We own it.
Yeah.
Advertising, tax map maintenance, has been pretty steady.
Mhm.
Is also graphics, correct?
Yeah.
And no price increase with them?
No, it's like he'll increase it like $50 a year.
And he's still doing a good job for us?
Very good. Listers are happy with him.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Dog expense?
There's a new line item in their website.
Oh, yeah, I see that now.
That's an estimate based on towns that I've talked to that have implemented websites.
Okay,
And we wanted, that's one of, I'd like to do that this year for sure.
Cool.
Okay. Well, we'll see what happens at town meeting.
Yeah.
Dog expense,
It's up.
Mhm.
is that increase in dogs, or is that just increase in Steve Edgerly, or?
Steve Edgerly mostly,
Oh.
he has, and you saw the report that
Yeah.
he gives us,
He,
yeah,
I know he does a lot on it.
yeah.
Right,
And we upped his per call fee after town meeting
Yeah.
last year to $25 a call.
okay,
Liability insurance, that always goes up.
It stays pretty current. This year, remember, we talked about that at renewal time. The reason it went up is because our payroll went up.
and we had an accident.
And we had an accident, yeah.
Okay, and public official insurance, that's under our general liability, right?
Right,
Okay. So legal and CPA,
yeah, we only spent $5,400, but you guys upped that a couple of years ago for the potential for a legal fee.
Yeah.
you wanna keep that the same?
Yep.
Okay. And then other expenses, we spent 22, we got it budgeted for 3, so that's fine. Recycling, we're at $10,000, we spent 9,899, pretty close. I
Does
don't
that
know.
look like it's going up, or?
No, I don't, the only thing would be is the salary of the attendant, if we do something there, but.
Still be close.
I haven't heard of any
I haven't seen it.
increases, other than they bill us, excuse me, per trip. When they come to pick up you pay so much a trip, and then the compost, it's so much a tote. Every time they take a
Should we
tote.
raise it up a couple thousand, just in case?
It wouldn't hurt, because if they do something different. So we're 12,000.
Mhm.
Okay. You know, I can remember when we started recycling, it was supposed to be
We're supposed to be making money.
free. It's supposed to, zero
Yeah.
cost. Zero cost.
They don't figure the building, the man.
Well, you know, when China was buying everything,
Yeah.
then we made a ton of money, but then they said no more, and so now we're paying to get rid of this stuff. Okay, recreation and parks, that was for last year at the city of Newport thing. Cemeteries, have that board met, or is
Yeah.
they are all set with
Mhm.
these figures?
Yes,
Okay,
yep, they've done some good things. Chuck and Danny, actually, the head of it, goes out and takes pictures every year of what we've done, in case anybody would ever ask.
he's getting along in age. He's
Yeah.
got someone that's gonna move into that position.
He's trying to get somebody else on the commission to take over, like, the measuring of lots and stuff, but so far he's got no takers.
It's hard.
Well, I know he likes doing what he's doing.
And he does a good job.
Keeps them busy, I think.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know if you guys have ever noticed, but this year they
Active.
put the gate around the, the vault at Lake Road.
Yeah.
They had fixed that for safety reasons.
Oh, good.
And the stones they're doing a great job fixing the stones.
Fixing it up, yeah.
Now, this year they wanna do some work on this one over here, the road. That's gonna be their target this year. And keep on going with stones.
The one
as
that's
well.
out on the Collins Mill, they're
Yeah.
responsible for that one too?
Yeah, and that one has been.
Rights?
Yeah, and that's completed. Every stone in there has been fixed.
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
Oh,
Yeah, I think that one was rights.
yeah.
question on the cemeteries of the actual.
Mm-hmm,
Okay, all right, I see it now. All right, sorry.
that's okay.
Thought that was a total. I was wrong. All right.
What's that? You were what?
I was looking at the top two and added them together, and I
Oh,
thought that
oh.
was the total of the next one, but that's another expense.
Okay, yep.
Okay.
Other town expenses? League of Cities and Town dues, 4,500. That's fair. County tax. Do we know if that's going
I
on?
didn't
We really
go to
don't
that
know
meeting.
until after their budget passes or whatever.
That meeting was last week, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
You know, they pass it themselves.
Yeah, you had
Just
no
the two of
say.
them.
Didn't you go to that meeting and you had no say?
I didn't go. I did
Or
once.
a couple of years ago or something you went
And
and
they
basically you
wanted to
had
know
no
I was-
say?
Well, I was there, and so I'm questioning a line item, and they said, nobody questions.
city manager for Newport goes once in a while.
So anyway, we think 28,000's gonna be, how many people in town?
On the thing they sent 15, 14, but they're going on 2010 census.
Mm-hmm.
So they go by per capita.
Mhm.
Street lights, bridge lights, it's fine.
Did we see a decrease in electricity for the streetlights?
Since the new.
Since the new lights
I haven't
come in?
gotten a new bill.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, just curious. Those save us any electricity.
And of course, we don't typically get a bill, it's usually zero because the solar panels pay for that.
Oh, okay.
Usually pays for that in total.
Yeah.
Except it's a very little bit.
Yeah.
And I haven't talked to Rich Nickel yet.
He never
hasn't-
called you back?
Yeah, well, he sent me an email saying that, he was gonna come up and we need to find, I'd like to get, oh, damn, I wanted to ask Mike if there was Wi-Fi available over at the arsenic treatment plant.
Yeah,
And if there is, we could tie the solar panels into that.
into that, yeah.
I was wondering, I don't know how that arsenic treatment talks. I know that the people that put it in can call it up on his cell phone, because he was showing me that, so it must be they've got,
Must be Wi-Fi.
Phone reception or something, yeah.
I don't think we had it before that, because I think it came to the timber.
right, it's still
Everything.
does, so
Yeah.
Still down.
maybe it is just so.
Maybe it's still there.
Maybe that's what they're using. I was gonna ask Mike about it.
Yeah.
Okay, town clerk's office, electricity and heat, that's pretty cheap. Heat
Yeah.
this place for $1,500 in electricity. Wow.
Well, in the summer it's hotter than hanging here, in the winter it's freezing.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Moving on.
Denise keeps moving.
So we just send that figure in for nothing.
Yeah, I guess so.
Cleaning, repairs and maintenance, we're fine there. Groundskeeper. Problem with that?
Groundskeeper as in the mowings and that,
Mhm. Yeah,
that's just for here though, right?
that's for everything, it just.
Oh, that's for everything?
Yeah, it gets lumped into one thing, yeah,
So we got enough in there in case he goes up in price?
yeah.
Or we're gonna bid again anyways, right?
Yeah, we put it out to bid
Put it
again.
out to bid again anyways, yeah.
And then the only other things in other voted articles that go in your budget is the private school busing and the cemetery flags. Private school busing was at 4,000, we only spent 2,400 last year, but I don't know what you guys wanna do. We
That
don't-
should be enough.
Oh, I would think.
Yeah,
We don't know until they send
Right.
us.
Right, right. But we don't have more kids.
going, you never know who's
Yeah.
gonna send them.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
Private school.
Sheriff's Department, well, we gotta,
Yeah,
there's gonna be a new boss.
but that's all voted, those are all.
Right, those are all yay or nay at the,
We don't change any of
Yeah,
that.
we
If
can't have.
no, you know,
the ambulance and the sheriff, we don't require them to get,
Right, in our fire department.
right, and the fire department, to get
signatures.
signatures.
Right.
We put those
Yeah.
in as our.
Yes. We changed that last year, year before?
Yeah, a long time ago,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
The rest of them all have to get signed.
Yeah, and they're coming in, so.
Yep.
Yeah.
They.
The last day actually is the 23rd.
Of
23rd?
January? Of January?
Well, that's the first, well, that's actually the first day that you guys can sign the warning,
Oh,
so it's kind of,
Yeah.
well, we'll have another budget meeting to finalize things, and then it'd be nice to sign the warning. I told the school you'd sign it maybe the 27th or 28th, which is the last week of the month. We'll schedule a meeting to sign it. By then I should have it done.
Okay. So I know they've been down at the recycling
Yes.
center looking for signatures.
Yeah. They go there
Oh.
and then senior dinner on
Yeah.
Monday. They've been
And all
Well,
like,
that's what that's for.
yeah.
yeah, I just told them.
I told her, I said, I'm a select board member and I'm.
And they're very
That's
polite
it.
about
I'm
that.
neutral.
Yeah.
They understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually Maureen asked me, she goes, you're probably on the select board and you don't wanna sign, and I said, yeah.
That's fine. That way we don't influence it.
Right, I don't, I'm
All right, anything else?
neutral.
I have anything.
Denise needs to make some changes, and when's our next meeting?
I don't even have a 2020 calendar in here.
Rick, I don't wanna argue with you,
I don't either.
but the thing is, this is an open meeting like any other meeting.
Let's
You
just
know-
drop it, Barry.
Huh?
Let's just drop it. I don't.
No, I think we should discuss it because, you were under the assumption that people aren't allowed to ask
We have a
questions at these
specific
meetings.
agenda for budget here.
No,
We'd
no,
like
but
to go
it's
through
still
that and get
an
it done.
open meeting
I
and people
understand
have the
that.
right to ask
See, again,
questions.
don't argue with you.
Because we're having a disagreement. Do I have to file a complaint and show?
File
it
whatever
was?
you want. I don't
I will,
care.
I will.
I don't wanna argue with you, Barry, okay?
I'm
Do the
trying
budget.
to, I'm trying to speak to you amicably.
And I said, okay,
because-
we're done.
No,
Good.
that means you think people cannot ask questions at this meeting. It's the only time that happens is in an executive meeting. This is an open meeting. I heard
Yes, it
something
is
that
an
I
open
wanted
meeting.
to.
It is
I
an-
agree,
heard
I
something that
agree
I
with
wanted
you,
to-
okay?
So it's okay to ask questions when I have a question about an expense? Is it okay?
What date you
Yes.
looking at?
Yes, it's fine here, Barry.
Okay. I want to learn about the town. That's why I'm here. I'm not just here to
Date was
be
good for you,
seen
Denise.
and not heard. I'm not here to be seen
So what's
and
the
not
Next
heard.
Wednesday?
Yeah,
Next Wednesday?
sure.
Yeah.
It works for me.
You got,
What's the date on it?
you
The
don't work?
15th?
No,
15?
Wednesdays?
no, I don't work at all.
Oh, you got done?
I've been done since July.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought you were still
no, I didn't.
puddling away at it.
What's that date?
The
One
15th.
15, 2020. Don't put just 20, they
No,
tell you. 'cause
I know,
oh boy,
I
you could be
see
in a lot of
that,
trouble.
yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know about that, right?
What's that?
On anything you put a date on to put
2020.
2020,
I always put 2020.
Why?
just don't put 20.
You could write a check and put 1/15/20, and someone could put it down as 1/15/2019 or 2017, and say, you paid it back then, but you haven't paid us this one.
Right.
Oh.
Always put the whole thing this year.
Always, they
So
claim put
this year,
2020.
put the whole
Yeah.
thing.
No, I did not know that.
Yeah,
so
they've had it on the news a couple of
Yeah,
times. Yeah.
It's always creative people in America.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
How to
Yeah,
beat
so-
the system.
So see, the first day that you guys can sign the warning will be the week after,
Okay,
but then you gotta give me some time to finalize the warning and get all the petitions organized and all that, so I was thinking maybe the 27th or 28th.
When you going on vacation?
I'm not this year.
You're what?
No, I don't think so.
We were hoping to get rid of you. No.
Yeah, I was hoping to go. But we can talk about that at the 15th, figure out when. The school's having their last budget meeting hopefully tomorrow night, so they should have all of their stuff to us by the
Okay.
27th.
8 a.m. again for this meeting?
It works for me if it works for you guys.
on the 15th?
Mhm.
It does for me.
Okay.
All right, now 9 o'clock coming in.
Okay, we have unfinished new business, I just have one thing.
Oh, okay.
You were gonna write a letter to Mr. DeRocher.
Mm-hmm.
I had written one just based on what you guys, I thought, wanted to say, but you guys have to.
Yep, we've already signed it,
Yeah.
so. Fine.
I read it. signed it. Actually, probably should have run that by Fred, see if he's okay, make sure that he's okay with, that he didn't do these things, which I believe what he told us he didn't.
Right, he did, yeah.
It was within the right of way. when-
And Mr. DeRocher in his email had stated that, yeah.
he puts them out there the same as we
Right.
put the
That's what
stakes.
his
Yeah.
Email said he put it in the same,
Okay. Okay, that's all I had. I don't know if Barry had something else or.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to speak again on this. We don't have the ability to have discussion. It gets heated. Now, like I just said, this is an open meeting, like any other meeting. And, you should be able to, by law, by constitution, we can ask questions. You're going over expenses that we have to pay. And you say, hey, this is a meeting and don't ask questions. That isn't the way it's supposed to be. I'm just like to.
who said that?
He did?
No, I didn't.
He said, move on, this is a meeting. Anyway, I don't care, I'm not gonna argue with that. What I'm gonna say is, the discussion, we are allowed to discuss and ask questions. It got all confused when I asked a question. I wanted to make a comment. I wasn't argumentative, I was just making a statement, And I think it was important, about the pay for selectmen. And I was not in consideration. If you want to work for near nothing, that's fine by me. But my opinion and thought is, in moving forward and looking forward to the future, the next leaders, maybe you're missing out on talent and intelligent people that feel that I don't want to work for free, and that's within reason. I mean, Coventry and a few of other places around town, they're making $10,000 a piece and stuff, which is reasonable. 10 grand to put the amount of work. I mean, if you were all in, Steve makes more, 15 grand. I think that would be, and it's not about me. I'm not going to make any money. It's just a reasonable thought that people want to be paid for their work. Where does it say that you have to not charge much? I mean, it's noble and everything, but there is no statute that says you have to work for $1,000 or $1,500 a year. Now, if it paid 10 grand, there would people that would want to come, and I've heard you people say it doesn't pay much. Well, vote it in for yourself. It's already been settled.
We can't. We can't vote it in for ourselves.
Is there a statute on that?
Yes, the listers actually are the ones,
The
the
auditors.
auditors are the ones that claim.
I bring that up, we can lower it. And we did lower it when I first got on the select board. The stipend was $3,000 or $3,500 or something like that. I divided that by the number of hours that we were putting into here, and it was actually $150 an hour to have me come to a select board meeting. I thought that was outrageous to this town. So, at the time Glenn Foster was on the board, he cut it right in half.
And this is an ordinance of sorts?
No, it's the rules are for this, because I mean, to protect the voters from having the select board just vote us a $50,000 salary and have you guys pay it, it's done by the auditors. They're the ones that approve what now we can put in a request that we'd like to.
We can lower it.
We can lower it.
When I come on, we lowered it again.
Yep. So it's been.
We can lower it, but we can't up it.
Yeah, well, I've seen other towns in the area do it. Coventry did it, and a couple of
They
other towns.
prior
No,
to their
Coventry didn't. Coventry, their select board, as of last year, got paid $3,500. That's in their budget.
A piece?
No, total. Where ours get paid $5,000.
Well, I'm not sure it was Coventry, but one of them, and they were
Yeah, most-
moaning and groaning, the people, and they wound up making some decent money.
Yeah,
And,
most
I think
towns
that's,
don't.
and so I'm still not understanding the statute or how it
The
works.
statute specifically reads, if the town has voted to eliminate the office of auditor and the voters fail to fix the compensation to be paid to members of the select board members shall be compensated at the rate at which they were compensated during the immediately preceding year.
And this whole
That's a statute.
this whole thing that we worked on today basically means nothing until town meeting.
Yeah, I understand.
People have to vote that in.
All right, now this.
We're just
see, this
trying to
what
get
we
enough
did
money
here-
to make the town
What we just
operate.
did there was a discussion, and I appreciate that. That's all I wanted. I didn't want to fight with Rick. I just wanted to point out that it is an open meeting.
But Mary, when you have your discussions, you tend to go to other subjects. Like you started to bring in Goodrich, Aldridge and Elliott and what we paid for them. It had nothing
That's
to
a,
do.
that's a valid
That had
point.
nothing to do with
What
what our
we're
salary
working
is.
on.
Well, let me tell you something. Here we go again with another statute. You can't tell me what to talk about. I'm free to talk about whatever I wish, and if you think that I went off, that's your prerogative to
Yep.
give that opinion.
Yep.
But it's not a statute. A statute is the exact opposite. It says I can discuss any type of town business I want, even if it makes you feel uncomfortable, anybody. That's the way it is. So I feel as though my rights are being violated when I try to speak here a lot of times. I can speak about anything I want, you know what I mean? And, if you don't like it, that's fine, and you can even comment and tell me you don't like it. I don't care, I'm not gonna take offense. But, so that's not really a valid point. Yeah, I think,
Any other business before the board?
I'm not finished.
Motion.
I'll be done in 1 second, please. That's another thing I don't like. I thank you. I appreciate the discussion we just had because that was the way it's supposed to be, not to get heated up and you're not allowed to talk or whatever, move on or whatever you want to call it. I'm done, thank you very much.
Here are the copies you requested, it's $1.
Motion to adjourn?
Seconded.
You owe me $1.10, Barry, for the copies.
Dan wanted me to ask you, do you have a copay with your Medicare?